Jon Jones said he needed 6 months to prepare for Aspinall if he's going to fight Aspinall. So they were trying to make a deal, and then he decided to retire. But it's 6 months because he's not training. And Aspinall is a fucking beast, man.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of questions. Never been out of the first round. A lot of questions, but never been out of the first round because he fucks everybody up in the first round. Like, that's a factor.
Yeah. I forget which interview it was recently, but Jon was pretty honest in it. He was like, look, man, like, I don't want to fight up-and-coming tough guys.
I'm going to call him this. Fight the nobody. Maybe more dangerous.
He was like, I want to fight guys with seasoned champions that have names.
Or fight the guy with all the accolades.
I think he's wrong because I think Aspinall's a star. And I think he's saying who is no one. Aspinall's a star. When people ask questions to me all the time, like casuals on the street, is Jon Jones going to fight Tom Aspinall? It's constant. That's like the constant question.
Joe Rogan has had enough. Seriously, this whole situation with the UFC's heavyweight division, it's a mess. And Joe's finally saying what a lot of people have been thinking. In his latest talk, he went all in, no filter. He said straight up, the UFC and Dana White especially have been protecting Jon Jones for way too long. And guess who's paid the price for that? Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall fights Pavlich and takes that fight on 2 weeks' notice and becomes the interim champion and fucks his back up and can't train at all. But Aspinall, like, that guy's, he's something special. He really is something special. He's a very unusual example because he's a heavyweight and he's a big guy, a really big guy, but he moves so fast. And his coach, Colin, I forget, it's from Cabal, this gym that he trains at in the UK, Colin Heron. He trained Darren Till. Colin, from the early days of the career, was like emphasizing his speed. And so his speed has always been like extraordinary compared to other heavyweights. Like, he just fucking moves in. It's all like fast, explosive movements. So he's got natural speed, but then he's also got a lot of training to execute quickly. So when he moves in, he closes the gap. You can see, like, fuck, he's fast for a big guy.
Right. Next big heavyweight star.
Tom Aspinall, the guy who just won the interim title. He's phenomenal. And he is, again, the next the next advancement of the evolution of the sport.
How so?
Well, because he can do everything. That guy's got elite jiu-jitsu. He's got elite takedowns. His striking is outstanding. Like, I've seen a lot of heavyweight, even Francis, who's like the greatest, scariest power striker I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. No one's scarier than Francis. Francis does not move like Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is significantly faster than every other heavyweight. That's a real problem because he's a heavyweight and he's a big guy, a really big guy, but he moves so fast. And so his speed has always been like extraordinary compared to other heavyweights. Like, he just fucking moves in. It's all like fast, explosive movements. So he's got natural speed, but then he's also got a lot of training to execute quickly. So when he moves in, he closes the gap. You can see, like, he's fast for a big guy.
Right.
I want to see it so bad.
Jon was shitting all over Aspinall. Saying that
I think that's
lucky,
a bad way to go.
He was lucky that he blew his knee out with Curtis Blades because Curtis was teeing off
Doing
on
well.
him. Unless Jon avoided him, unless Jon used his wrestling to avoid exchanges, you know what that's all about.
Correct. It's called the Shab Shutdown.
Shop shut down.
I saw a 7-part
They did with
series on
Cyborg.
it. Yes. The Stipe fight, which is just like, it's a weird thing.
Aspinall's an athlete, man. He's such a good athlete.
Freak athlete.
Very fast. Very fast for a
God,
heavyweight.
So fast.
Yeah, but we felt the same way about Cyril Gane, though.
Yeah, but
Cyril
Gane
Gane doesn't have wrestling, doesn't have jiu-jitsu. Aspinall's like legit on the ground. Very legit on the ground.
So legit that
dad-
his dad owned a jiu-jitsu gym. His dad's a black belt. He started doing jiu-jitsu at 2.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Aspinall is past the first round, right? Because we've seen him. He looks so fast. He looks. You're like, nobody moves like him. He looks like a younger Kane.
Right.
But he just keeps knocking these guys out so quick. So I'm like, let me see him past the first round to see if he has that cardio as well.
It's a bit of a problem for him, right? Because he has not been tested in that way. And, you know, you're getting up to elite status where you're calling out Jon Jones. I'd heard a rumor that Jon Jones wanted $30 million to fight Tom Aspinall. And I did hear that rumor. And I did hear that the UFC said yes, but it is not true. So Dana contacted me, said that rumor's bullshit. So I felt obligated to tell everybody that was a fake rumor.
What do you think the amount is that Jon Jones would fight him for, or do you think it's an amount?
Well, apparently Jon is thinking about retiring.
Yeah.
And he should. I mean, he's going to have to someday. He should. I'm not saying he should retire. I'm saying he should think about it. Give the man all the time he wants. He can fight whenever he wants to fight. That's Jon Jones. He's the GOAT. So leave him alone. If he decides one day to come back, and he comes back and he wants to fight Tom Aspinall for the heavyweight title, the question is, like, how long are you allowed to hold on to the title before they start having that conversation? Now, he just knocked out Stipe Miocic, so give the man months. Give the man 5 or 6 months. Just leave him the fuck alone. But at a certain point in time, you have to decide who the heavyweight champion is. And if Tom is the interim heavyweight champion and Jon decides he doesn't want to fight anymore, he could do that. And he could do that also and then come back in a year and fight for the title. He could do that. Like, he could do whatever he wants.
Fans have been shouting for a Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall fight for over a year. It was the fight everyone wanted. The timing was perfect. But what did we get instead? Excuses, delays, just silence. And then out of nowhere, retirement? Come on. According to Joe, Jon should have fought Tom. That's what a real champ does. But instead, Dana and the UFC just kept letting him off the hook. They didn't push him, didn't hold him accountable. And because of that, the entire heavyweight division got stuck, frozen. Tom was left with an interim belt, which honestly just feels like a placeholder and no clear future.
Exactly how bothered he was. Because Jon Jones, like, you know, even though he thinks he's smart, he's a child, right? And he doesn't realize in all of that coping, we can read him like a fucking book. And all he's done is kind of promoted Tom Aspinall for an entire year in this tour that he's gone on, in showing you're scared of him, mate, and we fucking know you are. Because actions speak louder than words. And Jon Jones has moaned his entire career about fighter pay. He named his price. Dana White gave him it and said, yep, no problem. And he still turned down the fight. This is a man motivated by money. He never shuts up about it. You get your biggest payday ever, and you still haven't got the balls to step a toe in that fucking cage with him. I know a lot of Jon Jones fans, you know, will be hating and all of that, and, you know, he doesn't need the fight, whatever. His heavyweight legacy has been the worst of any heavyweight we've ever seen as a champion. You know deep down, your boy bottled it. And anyone who's deluding themselves into thinking otherwise, you gotta grow up, man. It's so obvious what's going on here. And I get it. You know, you're emotionally attached to a fighter. He won all of those fights. He's the GOAT in your eyes, but you have to understand, he's now the duck. He is the duck, and he will be the duck forever. If Tom Aspinall loses a fight to someone who has got the balls to step in the cage with him, he'll be immediately on Twitter, say, I told you he wasn't that good. I've always been better than him.
And what is now going to happen in your career going forward in the heavyweight division, all right? What are your feelings towards him?
First of all, thanks for keeping it short, because I have said that I'm not going to speak about it anymore. My feelings towards him, I just wish him all the best. Genuinely wish him all the best. If he feels satisfied with what he's done, which he's saying he is, and he's happy to leave like that, then I genuinely wish him all the best.
Do you think that that is it?
I don't know him. Don't know him at all. Met him once. Don't know anything about him, so I don't know.
Say it, so it was short.
It was short and sweet, thank you.
No, but you can understand that that has been quite a huge part of the narrative over the last
of course.
12 months, and a lot of fight fans will have their attitudes as to why that decision has been made and what have you. I kind of agree with you. At the end of the day, with the legacy that he's had and what he's done in the sport, he has the right to make a decision for himself. Personally, as a fight fan, I just wish that he'd done it a little bit earlier, so therefore we wouldn't have had that narrative over the last 12 months, because I can imagine it's been incredibly frustrating for you from a personal point of view and a professional point of view as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I mean, I feel like a broken record, I keep banging up, but all I wanted to do was fight. I just wanted to fight. I've not been to work, mate, for nearly a year. I know people see me online and doing all the rest of it, but my main job is fighting people. That's what I do. I've not done that for almost a year, and none of it has had anything to do with me.
Right, perfect. This is where I want to go with, right? Because I think a lot of people have an understanding of you. I'd like to say that obviously we spent a bit of time, so I kind of like to get inside your head a little bit more and pick the little things that go on inside. How have you dealt with that? Because I remember speaking to you during the time that you were out injured with your knee. That was a tough challenge from a psychological point of view.
Yeah.
This is different, because when you're out with your knee, it's on me now. I'm going to get fit and get my knee back, and we're going to get rocking and rolling. The last 12 months hasn't been kind of on you. So how was that a different mental challenge?
And I can say this now that it's over, because the thing with me, when I'm in difficult situations, I try not to complain about it as much. This last year has been more difficult than the year
out.
Joe didn't just go after Jon, he went after the whole system. The same UFC system that now wants to call Jon Jones the greatest of all time as he walks out the door. Meanwhile, Tom's career has been put on hold, right at the moment it was supposed to explode. That's not just Joe talking. Fans feel it too. Hardcore MMA lovers, casual viewers, everyone can see what's happening. Fighters, coaches, fans, everyone's asking the same thing. Why was the UFC so quick to wait around for Jon, even when he clearly didn't want to fight? Why didn't they strip him of the title when he was injured and completely inactive for months? Why doesn't Tom even have a confirmed opponent now? Even after Jon's so-called retirement, the rumors are flying about some big return fight. Maybe against Francis Ngannou, maybe some flashy matchup anywhere but against Tom. If that happens, if they skip over Tom again, Joe says it's straight up disrespect, a slap in the face to the division. Because here's the truth, Tom Aspinall is ready. He's done everything right. He stayed active, he kept winning, he showed up, he played by the rules. He earned this shot. The real question now isn't whether Tom's ready to face Jon, it's whether the UFC is finally going to do what's right. Will they step up and give Tom his rightful moment? Or will they keep playing favorites again?